Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we're with Lucy Nicandri. She is with Thunder by the Bay Music and Motorcycle Festival. Lucy, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Jay. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. So you're with Suncoast, and they do children's charity work all over the Southeast. Give us a little background on you, where you grew up. Talk a little bit about your family and your career.
All right. Well, I grew up in a small town, Auburn, New York, upstate New York, Finger Lakes region. I moved to Sarasota in 1982, straight out of college, didn't know what I wanted to do. Started my career actually in banking, in the marketing department, and got into events that way. And then after 13 years, went into the nonprofit world. And I've worked this is my third nonprofit. I've been with Suncoast Charities for Children now for going on 17 years. And our mission is to raise money for 7 local agencies that serve over 8,000 children, teens, and adults with special needs and their families. We're a little bit different because our fundraising is predominantly from special events, like the Thunder by the Bay Music and Motorcycle Festival. We have a staff of 2. We call it the Mighty 2, and we have over 300 volunteers. So we're proud of what we can do and put back here into the community.
That's perfect. All right, let's jump into Thunder by the Bay. Talk to us a little bit. I always ask these 3 questions for people that have never been there. What does it look like? What does it smell like, meaning food? And what does it sound like, meaning entertainment, other activities that you have going on?
Well, when it first started, Jake, it was a motorcycle poker run. We had 90 bikes and we raised $100. Now we've got a 3-day festival at the Sarasota Fairground. We've raised over $2.6 million in those 25 years. The people that come to the festival, whether you're a motorcycle enthusiast or not, there's something for everyone. The music component has really grown over the past few years. We've had national acts over the years, Foghat, Edgar Winter. This past year, we had Colt Ford, 38 Special. So we've been able to grow the entertainment factor. We have 10 bands, local, regional, and national acts that perform. It's a nominal gate fee, $15. And when you get there, aside from the music, we have over 100 vendors. We have a food court area, great food, lots of bars where you can get your favorite adult beverage, bike displays. We've got motorcycle freestyle. This year we had Universal Championship Wrestling. The kids loved it. It's a family-friendly event. And there's on-site camping too that I want to add. That's really increased over the years. So it's a great way to spend the weekend. And we also do events leading up to the festival, such as a sporting clay tournament. We do a Taste the Thunder event. We had a whiskey tasting one year. We had tequila this year. And we also did a Thunder by the Bay Rocks the Runway fashion show. So we had, something for everybody. So there's a lot of events that lead up to the 3-day festival, plus the 3-day festival itself. A lot of custom bike builders joined us this year to go inside the arena with their displays, and they had a bike competition going on there. And there's a big charity ride that occurs. So if you haven't been, it's every February. It's always the 3rd week of February in Sarasota, Florida.
What has been the key to your growth? What do you think?
I think it's twofold, Jake. First of all, sponsorships, and knowing where the money goes, where the bottom line of where the money goes, I think is the most important, because especially in Southwest Florida, there are so many charities, so many events, so many bike fests. We're a little different. We used to be downtown where admission was free. We outgrew that location, moved to the fairgrounds. And of course, it was the knee-jerk reaction. People were like, oh my gosh, you're leaving downtown. But the minute we could charge a gate, and then by charging a gate, increase that level of entertainment, that was key for us. We had to move the needle on why we're doing this festival, and it was to raise money for children with teens and adults with special needs. So our sponsorships helped drive that over the years, grow it. Charging a gate has helped grow it. And I think even with post-COVID, people want to get out. They want to enjoy live music. And now more than ever, people are coming out. They can bring their lawn chairs, set it up in front of the stage, and just sit there and listen to great music for 3 days.
No, that's perfect. You described it really, really well. You guys, have a great format. You have a great blueprint, and it, man, I just hope it continues to continue to succeed for you. Um, where's the reward for you in this? It's a lot of work. I know there's, different levels involved, but where does the reward for you come in for this?
The reward for me, Jake, is seeing firsthand the work that these agencies are doing. There are so many families out there that need assistance.
No.
Children are developmentally delayed. Some are profoundly physically and mentally challenged. And to see the services that they provide to mainstream these children into society and teach them new skills and help them earn a paycheck. Some of the agencies do that as well. Some of them have group homes. It's heartwarming to see the families that benefit, that have children. And I don't want to say just children. There's been clients at these agencies that started in infancy, and they're now in their 50s and 60s in the group home still receiving services. So it's a long-term effect, a positive effect. And I think just seeing the impact, I'll be at the festival. For Lisa and I, Lisa's my coworker. I want to give a shout out to her. She does a phenomenal job. We have people come up to us and say thank you. And that's the best reward right there. Just knowing that they're getting the services they need and we're making a difference.
Yeah. Well, no greater, no greater compliment than you can have right there for sure. Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I think too, Jake, we can take people to these locations and show them how their donations are hard at work. And a lot of times when you're giving to a nonprofit, not that they're not providing good services and programs, you can't always see it, feel it, touch it. With us, we can take you on a tour. We can show you where the money goes. And that's important.
No, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Okay, a couple fun questions here. I'm in live music, I'm in live entertainment, so we travel all over the country. I like to survey. And my first question is this: what's the best concert you've ever seen your entire life?
Well, I have to admit, I'm an 80s hair band girl. So I have to say, I'm a big Joe Elliott fan, Def Leppard, hands down.
There you go.
I love Def Leppard. It's one of my all-time favorites. But I love classic rock. And for stress relief recently, I started taking drum lessons, which
Yes.
I'm really enjoying it. It's for relaxation. I'm not going on tour anywhere, trust me. But it helps relax me, and it's a good stress reliever. But hands down, Def Leppard.
That's how it all starts. It all starts as a hobby, and then it just goes from there.
Tell me you're not a drummer. Are you a drummer?
No. I sing and play guitar. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But drummers are important, right?
Yeah, but that's how it started for me, was a hobby, and then it just turned into something bigger. So you just never know. You just never know. Okay, dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to Thunder by the Bay. Who would you bring?
Oh, this is tough, Jay. It's tough.
But it's fun.
It is fun. Dead or alive, boy. Okay. I'm going to say ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great for a bike rally. Absolutely.
Bike rally. They're classic. They're still on tour. They lost a member. They're still touring. It's classic, and I think it just fits in. I will say that what we're trying to do now is do one day country and one day classic rock. And that's something I wanted to mention earlier. That has really, I think, helped elevate our attendance, and it brings together the best of both worlds in the music industry. So you're going to be seeing more of that in the 2024.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. I've been a little greedy. I've been a little selfish. I've been asking all the questions. This is the segment of the show where you get to ask me a question. What would you ask me?
All right. I'm going to ask you what you feel the importance is of live music and how important that is, because sometimes I don't think people realize what it does in bringing people together. So I guess I'm going to ask you two questions. Why do you feel live music's important? And who is your favorite group that you would like to either perform with or have at a concert?
Perfect. Okay, I got a great answer for you. So, have you heard of ChatGTP, the AI website that kids are using now to write term papers, and everybody's worried about it's going to take over the world? Have you heard of that website?
I'm not, but I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, you need to, because I typed in the health benefits of social interaction. And I did that because, like, I just know that live events do something for me. Like, they do something to me and for me. And so I'm playing around with this software. It's free. Everybody can check it out. I'm sure most people have heard about it. So I just typed in, show me research studies that show social interaction improves health. And the list was endless. It was decreased risk of type 2 diabetes, decreased risk of heart disease, decreased risk of stroke, decreased suicide rate, decreased depression. The list was just endless. And it hit me then that the same chemicals that I release in my body when I'm either performing or at an event, whether it's music or just people together, those same chemicals are what's doing that to me. And so to me, it just further drove me to continue this podcast post-COVID, to encourage people to get out there, whether it's an art show or crafts or live music or food, it doesn't matter. That social interaction is so vitally important that it's worth everything. Like, so is there a part of me that's concerned that Web 3.0 virtual reality will take over and eventually we're all going to be sitting with headsets on, going to concerts? I just don't think the same chemical interaction is going to happen in our bodies that it does when we see people in person. The touch, the feel, the words, the smells. Do you know how far virtual reality would have to get for that to be real? You know, to trick the brain. We're so far away from it. Anyways, I sidetracked there a little bit because it is something that I think about, but that is the why. That is why I do what I do. It's why it just energizes me. Now, there are some people who crowds cause adverse health effects, the fear, the anxiety, and so there are outliers in those research studies, but predominantly we need people, we need friends, we need interaction, and that's why we do what we do.
Well said. Very well said. Yep. So favorite group?
Favorite group, probably favorite artist to watch perform, Kenny Chesney. Love the energy, love the interaction with the crowd. It's a community. Love that model. Love his model as he goes through there. So that's a fantastic question. Okay, how do people find out more about Thunder on the Bay, the music festival, rally?
Thunderbythebay.org. Check us out. We will usually release our performing artists late summer. We make the announcement then, as soon as they will allow us to make that announcement. But we've got some exciting plans for 2024. And the one thing we want to continue to do is keep it fresh and keep it growing. So check us out. And Suncoast Charities for Children.org. There's a link on the Thunder by the Bay Festival website, but check us out too, and learn more about the great work we're doing.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for being on with us today. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate the opportunity.
You bet.
Well, baby,